The Oklahoma City Thunder are officially storming through the postseason as they secure a massive 2-0 series lead over the Phoenix Suns. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander put on a masterclass performance, dropping 37 points while showing off that signature swagger that has the entire league talking. This victory was a complete team effort with dominant defensive displays that kept the Suns struggling to find any consistent rhythm throughout the night.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The energy on the court was absolutely electric, as the Thunder proved exactly why they are title favorites this year. While the Suns tried to mount a comeback behind the combined efforts of Dillon Brooks, Jalen Green, and Devin Booker, the relentless pressure from the Oklahoma City rotation proved to be too much to overcome. Every single possession felt like a high-stakes battle as both teams fought for control in this pivotal second matchup. The biggest story coming out of this game is the status of All-Star forward Jalen Williams, who exited in the third quarter after grabbing at his left hamstring. It is a major cause for concern for the Thunder organization, given his extensive history of hamstring issues earlier this season. He was absolutely shredding the Phoenix defense before the injury happened, and the entire fan base is holding their breath for a positive update on his status for Game 3. With the series shifting to Phoenix for the next 2 games, the pressure is mounting for the Suns to finally find an answer for this relentless Thunder squad. Will Jalen Williams be able to return to the floor to help Oklahoma City push for a clean sweep? We will be tracking every development as the playoffs heat up, so make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a second of the action. Is the OKC Thunder dynasty officially here? If Game 2 is any indication, the answer is a resounding yes. The Thunder just bullied their way to a 2-0 series lead over the Phoenix Suns, but it wasn't all smooth sailing. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was in full-blown MVP mode, dropping 37 points and giving us that rare, spicy dose of trash talk directed at Dillon Brooks. Seriously, watching SGA lock in and troll Brooks after a signature mid-range jumper. That is playoff basketball at its absolute finest. But here's the catch, and it's a big one: Jalen Williams. The kid has been sensational, but he limped off the court midway through the third with a hamstring injury. It is a massive wait-and-see situation that could shift the momentum of this entire series. Even with a 20-plus point lead, the game got shaky late, with the Suns fighting back to keep it interesting. Credit to Chet Holmgren, who was an absolute defensive anchor with 4 blocks, and Ajay Mitchell, who stepped up big time when the lights were brightest. The fans on X were buzzing, from playoff Isaiah Joe activations to debates about the Suns' late-game desperation. It's clear this series is turning into a heavyweight grudge match. Now, the circus heads to Phoenix for Game 3. Can the Suns find a pulse in front of their home crowd? Or is OKC just too deep and too hungry to be stopped? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is this injury to J-Dub the opening the Suns need, or is the Thunder train just moving too fast to derail? Hit that subscribe button for more playoff coverage, and I'll catch you in the next one. Are the Phoenix Suns running on borrowed time? After a 121-07 loss to the Thunder in Game 2, the writing on the wall is starting to look awfully permanent. Welcome back to the channel, where today we are breaking down why Phoenix is finding it nearly impossible to keep pace with an Oklahoma City squad that seems to have all the answers. The narrative remains the same. The Suns are undermanned, undersized, and frankly, outmatched. Even with a more balanced offensive effort, the same old ghosts, specifically those dreaded turnovers, haunted them again tonight. While Dillon Brooks, Jalen Green, and Devin Booker combined for a respectable 73 points, it was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander who stole the show with a cool 37. It is one thing to trade buckets, but it is another to lose the battle of efficiency, and OKC's big 3 of SGA, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren are playing like a well-oiled machine. The game stayed within striking distance for a half, but once the third quarter hit, the Thunder turned the pressure dial up to 11. You could feel the momentum shift. Phoenix looked like they were swimming upstream, while the Thunder were simply gliding to the rim. Credit to Phoenix for a late 24 run to trim the lead, but it was too little, too late to stop the bleeding. Playing without Mark Williams, Grayson Allen, and Jordan Goodwin, the Suns are duct-taping their rotation together just to stay competitive, but against a team as disciplined as Oklahoma City, that simply is not enough. Now, the series shifts to Phoenix for Game 3, and the math is brutal. No team in NBA history has ever climbed back from a 3-0 deficit. This is essentially do-or-die territory. If the Suns want to keep their season alive, they need to stop the self-inflicted wounds and find a way to make the Thunder sweat. Do you think Phoenix has one last fight in them back home, or is this series effectively over? Drop your predictions in the comments below, hit that like button if you enjoyed the breakdown, and make sure to subscribe so you do not miss our coverage of Game 3. Sometimes, the hardest part of a playoff run is accepting when you have met your match. Let's see if the Suns prove us wrong. Every playoff run carries the weight of a title chase, but tonight, the Oklahoma City Thunder might be carrying the weight of a massive concern. Jalen Williams, the engine of this offense, was forced to exit Wednesday's showdown against the Phoenix Suns midway through the third quarter with a left hamstring injury. You could see the frustration on his face as he limped off the floor, and frankly, it is a sight Thunder fans never want to see again. Before heading to the locker room, Williams was absolutely cooking, putting up 19 points on an efficient 7 for 11 shooting clip. He was the reason OKC felt dangerous. But here is the deeper, more troubling context. Durability has been a recurring theme for Williams this season. He already missed 30 games with a right hamstring issue and spent a chunk of the early year sidelined after wrist surgery. For a young star stepping into the pressure cooker of the postseason, this feels like an agonizing case of déjà vu. While we wait for official updates on the severity, one thing is certain. The Thunder's ceiling rests on his ability to stay on the court. Can they survive without him, or is this the start of a premature exit? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button for more breaking playoff coverage, and remember, in the NBA, talent gets you to the playoffs, but health is what carries you to the trophy. Stay tuned, because the landscape of these playoffs changes in a heartbeat. We've seen some incredible displays of grit in the NBA, but Jalen Williams is starting to make playing through pain look like a regular Tuesday. Just weeks after hoisting the Larry O'Brien Trophy, a historic title run where he literally played with torn wrist ligaments, the Thunder star is back in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. During Game 2 against the Suns, just as he was hitting his stride and looking like the best player on the court, heartbreak struck again. Williams pulled up while attacking the rim, clutching that familiar, problematic hamstring area, and headed straight to the locker room. It's a gut punch for an Oklahoma City squad gunning for back-to-back titles. Think about the season this guy has had. Off-season surgery, a delayed start, 2 separate hamstring strains, and finally, a return to the elite form we saw in Game 1, where he absolutely dismantled Phoenix with 22 points and a +22 rating. He was looking explosive, confident, and unstoppable, until he wasn't. Head coach Mark Daigneault is labeling it an aggravation of that left hamstring, and while the team is playing it safe, the shadow of his previous injuries looms large. Can the Thunder maintain this championship momentum if their Swiss Army knife is sidelined? Only time will tell as the medical staff runs their tests. Let us know in the comments. Do you think the Thunder can survive a series without their all-star, or is their repeat bid in serious jeopardy? Make sure to hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest updates as this story develops. After all, championships aren't just won with talent. They're won with the players who are actually standing on the floor when the buzzer sounds.